Hi there and welcome to the channel. First of all, very sorry about the subpar audio quality of this voiceover. My setup isn't quite right in this regard. Please bear with me. Anyway, so I wanted to see if ChatGPT could help me write sort of an orchestral piece, or at least provide me with a few chord progression ideas to build upon. Let's check what it came up with, as well as the end result, which is quite a bit different. You can skip right to it with a link with the timestamp in the description. So first off, this was my prompt, basically asking ChatGPT to draw inspiration from other scores and asking for a chord progression that would convey the idea of a god descending upon Earth, something impressive, celestial, daunting at the same time, with the use of modes, interchange, key changes, and so on. I'm sure ChatGPT defenders would probably say that the prompt itself wasn't conducive to the best possible answer, but hey, I am a musician playing around with a tool. I am not a prompt engineer. The first answer sounded promising, as you can see, with this typical ChatGPT positivity and can-do attitude whenever you ask it to do something. Basically recommending to use modal change, suspensions, harmonic shifts, and so on. Thing is, I noticed two mistakes right away. So first off, D phrygian dominant or D harmonic minor. Yeah. And the second one, which I didn't underline, sorry about that, F Lydian, a relative of D minor. So I called out both mistakes. The first one here, you said D phrygian dominant or D harmonic minor, but that is a mistake since D phrygian dominant is the fifth mode of G harmonic minor. And you can see the answer underneath. And then, one more thing, you also said F Lydian is a relative of D minor, but to be exact, it is actually the relative of D Dorian, to which he agreed as well. So you really need to have some basic theory knowledge to figure out when it is hallucinating. Yeah. At this point, I ignored the previous progressions it had suggested to me because I didn't find them really effective, and I entered the new prompt, this new prompt. Let's use D phrygian major mainly. Some of you may not agree with the name D phrygian major, but hopefully you get the point. And I asked to focus on the celestial feel, and then introduce the Lydian sound, and then more menacing tones, asking for the root and flat 2 relationship, and then returning back to the celestial sound. And these are the parts it came up with. There's a fourth part, which I'm not showing here because it's just the same as part 1. So, celestial opening, I quite like that one, to be honest. I only replaced the C major with the C sus2 most of the time, or maybe each and every time. I'm not so sure anymore. And then we've got this second part called Lydian interlude. The Lydian sound wasn't that obvious to me here, so I just replaced it with a 2-chord progression that I find much more effective. And understandably, it is difficult to generate the Lydian sound because you can easily make your piece sound like, make it sound like the tonal center is different and that you're not even dealing with Lydian. So instead, I prefer to go for like a, if I remember correctly, that was a 1-2 progression, and the 2-chord included a sharp 4, and with a bit of a melody in addition that highlights the sharp 4 to 5 relationship and back to 1. Much more convincing Lydian sound that way. I hope you will agree. And then the third part, menacing descent. That one I didn't find that F sharp diminished into that danger or divine retribution at all. So I just replaced it with something a bit more, I don't know, brutal or primitive maybe from a harmonic standpoint. Just basically major to minor modulation, down and dirty. Okay, so I'll give you my conclusion right now, so you can then just listen to the piece and hopefully enjoy it. This was an interesting experience overall that was consistent with what I think of ChatGPT in other areas, where as opposed to something you can trust and just follow blindly, it can help in this case with writing music when you're in the ruts, assuming you've got some basic theory knowledge, or you've listened to lots of different genres already and your ears are already quite developed and you can tell when the chords it suggests don't give you the effect you're after, like the leading sound, for instance. So yeah, it's a sort of a brainstorming partner, something like that, more so than an actual composer. Um, okay, here we go. Let me tell. I'll let you tell me in the comment section what you think of the piece. And if you like this video, make sure to click on the thumb up. And you can also subscribe to support me. And if you'd like to watch more content like this in the future, or general content with music or guitar playing as well. Okay, here we go. Oh, and by the way, you will notice that I also asked ChatGPT to generate a few images for me to accompany the music. And I will include the chords as well, so you can have an idea of what I changed. Okay, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, peace.